working? Yay! Okay, I don't care if an updated version's available. We'll deal with that later. We'll wait for everybody. We'll wait for all the people who want to see the game. Hope I don't die. Hello. Hello to everybody. Hi. What's up? Today we're going to be playing the cool game. Let's see. Gotta make sure my controller is fine. Okay, all the buttons work. Perfect. What's up? It's a day. First question. I like Newfoundlands. I did not see the amazing Digital Circus leak. Yeah, we're gonna be playing Morrowind today. People got opinions on this game this day and age. Ah, yes. Before we get started, there is two new... this is an emulator. Zemu. Hello. So, before we begin, there are two new donation options. Number one, there is random, which is exactly as it sounds. If that wins by the time I meet the end of this game, I'm gonna use like a random number generator. I'll do it on stream, and I'll only reroll if it's a game that I legitimately cannot play and record right now. The other new option is dealer's choice, which basically means if you want me to pick the next game, that's the one you go to, because I know there are a few people who want to do that. For the start, I'll try to keep the games that I pick as short as possible, like 1 or 2 sessions at the most. Yeah, Zemu is the Xbox emulator that I could get working. It seems to be working quite fine. So, before I even begin, I want to say, if you are choosing to play Morrowind yourself, do not play the Xbox version. It's playable, but you're doing yourself a major disservice. I'm only playing the Xbox version for recording purposes. In fact, the version you should specifically play is the one available on Good Old Games, not on Steam. The one on Steam seems to have this glitch where every single time that I start up a new session, it completely resets all of my settings for no reason. So every time I start it, no matter what, I'm always like saving on rest and stuff. Also, if you are playing any version of Morrowind that is available for sale, do yourself a favor. Go into the data files before you start off and turn off Tribunal before you start. Do not turn that on until you're ready to actually explore the DLC and expansions. Because if you don't, you're gonna have some very bad surprises. This is the Game of the Year edition, which means it comes with all those fun surprises, which we will get to. So I'm going to do a new game. And because a lot of people... Okay. So, Morrowind is one of my favorite games of all time. But a lot of people seem to be down on it these days, including people in Bethesda. What makes this one of my all-time favorites? You will see. I'm a little bit tired. It's been crazy. Since there are only 3 cutscenes in the game, I'll let you watch this. People are down on Morrowind because it is clunky and archaic, and I'm going to admit that freely. This game has aged very roughly in the gameplay department, and I'm going to show you all of the jank as we go along.
They have taken you from the Imperial City's prison.
Let's
First
hope you
by
can
carriage
hear it.
and now by boat. To the east, to Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
Morrowind is Elder Scrolls III, although it's not the 3rd game. There are a couple of spin-offs that came out beforehand.
We're here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up. Stand up. There you go. You were dreaming.
I think his gameplay streams
your
are quite
name?
cozy. Okay, this is Juweeb, who, like, the people in the start of the game have become, like, memes. Let's see. Who am I? I am, Pineapple. Let's go with that, yeah. Yeah, let's go with Pineapple. Okay.
Well, not even last night's storm could wake you.
Okay.
I heard them say we reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go.
Turn that off. Always use best. Turn that on. Crosshair on. Controller vibration. Okay. It has been a long time since I played this on controller, and the camera is inverted. Okay. Arena or Daggerfall are actually free. Did I glitch this out? Let's try that again. This game is a little bit clunky. Especially on console. Like I said, if you're playing on the Xbox version, which you should never ever do, unless you need to record it, you're going to be dealing with a lot of glitches that are not on PC. The game on PC has glitches. I'm going to fully go ahead with that. But less game-breaking ones. Hello. Yeah, this game was released in 2002. Also, the Xbox version does suffer from worse loading times. Are you going to keep your energy? I have soda. Yeah, I don't have an Xbox Series 1.
Stand up. There you go. You were dreaming. What's your name?
I already told you, my name was Pineapple. Let's keep it at Pineapple. There we go. Pineapple.
Well, not even last night's storm could wake you.
Morrowind is an action
I heard them
RPG.
say we reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go.
See? That's what's supposed to happen. The guard's supposed to come and walk around
Here comes the guard.
and actually let you move.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
You can't move until it tells you you can move. Do you think you'll add more games to the list? I think I will replace some games with new ones. Oh, yeah. Morrowind is where it comes from. A lot of the stuff early on in the games have become memes. Yeah, just to be silly.
Get yourself up on deck and let's keep this as civil as possible.
I would punch you if I could. Okay.
This is where they want you. Head down to the dock and I'll show you to the census office.
Okay, I'm gonna take you guys a minor guide through character construction here.
You finally arrived, but our records don't show from where.
Okay, so the biggest hurdle that people have when playing Morrowind is that the fact the combat uses a dice roll system, kind of like the Baldur's Gate games or D&D. You don't usually get that in action RPGs. In action RPGs, if you hit an enemy, I am not going to be that, Wes. In action RPGs, if you hit an enemy, you're expected to actually do damage to that. Because this game uses a dice roll system, sometimes you can hit dead on and miss. So, I'm going to take you through a character creation that shows you how to avoid that, pretty much. There is no bad race to play in this game. Some of them have advantages and disadvantages, like Argonian and Khajiit. They can't wear boots or full helmets, which is a huge downside because one of the best items in the game is boots. If you want to have an easiest time possible in the game, play as a Red Guard. See one of their skill bonuses there? 15 plus to Longblade. That is amazing because Longblade is one of the best combat skills in the entire game. Sorry, I'm a little... It's been a long day. Been a long week. Red guards in this game are, like, super OP, so the fact that they were nerfed in Oblivion. There are 3 races in the game that has a plus 15 to a skill. Wood Elves have Marksmen, which is almost as good, it's a little bit harder to use, and Khajiits, which have 15 plus to Acrobatics, which is, I don't want to say damn near useless, but for our practical purposes, it's not very useful. Do you think that CRPGs... I don't think so. So, we're going to be playing as a Red Guard. You do have minor... okay. You can minorly change their appearance. Nothing like you could in Oblivion, where you could create, like, super deformed creatures. We're going to be playing as a Red Guard. Just going the default here. Okay.
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in. Follow me up to the office and they'll finish your release.
Okay. As you can see, I think we're already moving a little bit faster. Okay. No I can't, unfussy. Okay, this look option, L controls. Oh, yay. Invert the y-axis. Does that... Yes! Oh, yay! Okay, options. Controls. I actually want to boost this up. I'm used to playing on PC, which is more sensitive by default. Yeah. Okay, that's a little bit too fast. Oh my god. Let's tone it down just an inch. Are you a prisoner in this game? Yes, you are a prisoner in all of the Bethesda Elder Scrolls games.
Yes, we've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before.
Morrowind has one of my favorite soundtracks of any video game ever.
There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
Okay, so you can answer his questions, which is stupid, because it'll give you a random, basically a random class, which I guess fits your personality. There really is no proper way of doing this except creating a custom class yourself. Okay, so I'm gonna make a class here that's highly optimized to beating this game on stream. If you are starting a new game, I'd highly recommend going with endurance and agility. Agility determines how much you hit and how much you get hit. If you want to avoid the dice roll problem as much as possible, you want agility as high as possible. Meanwhile, endurance is the only one of these attributes that gives you a bonus every single level. So the higher you get endurance, the sooner, the better. Because I'm on stream, and we want to get through this game so we can get to the next one, I'm picking speed, which does exactly what it sounds like. I'm also picking strength, because that does more damage and allows you to carry more shit. Combat is fine there. Okay, so major skills. Number 1, we want Longblade. If you want to beat the game with as little trouble as possible, pick Short Blade and pick Blunt Weapon. Usually, like, ideally, you'd only want one real weapons class, because you're not really going to be going... It's not optimal to jump back and forth, but a short blade and a blunt weapon are required to actually beat the game. So, let's see what else we got here. Long blade. Let's see here. I do want marksman, because bows and arrows are always useful. Let's see. Medium armor. Let's make that a minor skill, actually. Let's see. Armor and block are pretty damn useless. Athletics is useless. Let's see here. Sneak and security you absolutely want. You don't want to go without those. I'm gonna go with mysticism and alteration. I'll explain what those do later, but they're very important for what I'm planning on doing. Fallout 3, I really do enjoy. I haven't played the other Fallout games. And one more. I usually go with alchemy. It's not the most useful skill, but if you don't have alchemy as a major or minor skill, actually I'll make mysticism my major. You can't tell what potions do before you drink them, so this is what I'm going with. It's not the most optimal readout, but it's useful.
Very good. The letter that preceded, you mentioned you were born under a certain sign. And what would that be?
This is Morrowind, yes. So, when I was a kid playing this at like 12 years old, I always went with the tower because it gives you a free ability to unlock a door or 50 points untouched. The tower is a trap. It's a beginner's trap. Don't ever pick it. It's useless. Most of these are pretty good. Like, it's hard to... I won't say it's hard to go wrong, because you can fuck yourself up. Like, The Apprentice here. Weakness to magic, 50%. That is awful. This here is only useful if you're really skilled. Do not pick the Archaic on your first playthrough. The lady is an interesting one because the two attributes are from wildly different areas. Personality is the worst of the attributes, but endurance is the best. You want endurance as high as possible, early as possible, if you're trying to optimize as much as possible. The Lord is terrible. Never ever pick this. Weakness to fire 100% for a mediocre healing spell. Don't pick him. Fortify agility is pretty nice. The Lover's Kiss power there is terrible. The Mage is okay. I've never been able to make Turn Undead work. Also, restore health 100 points on self. That already means the Lord is useless. The Serpent is also pretty damn useless. Hurt an enemy at the cost of hurting yourself. And there's a chance your enemy is immune to magic, so... Invisibility is damn near useless. This is the one we're going to go with because I want to go as fast as possible. The Thief... that's low tier. And the Warrior, that's pretty damn good. Fortify attack is always good. Is Planes 2 worse than Drawn Together the movie? Yes. Anyway, I'm picking the Steed, because we want to go as fast as possible.
Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
Yeah, assigned to Eula. We have stats now! Okay, so this is about as fast as you can go at the start. A lot of people complain about the movement speed, and I totally get that. It's really tempting to have speed as high as possible, as quick as possible. Okay. I also want to turn down sensitivity a little bit more. There we go. There we go.
Continue through to the next building and talk to Salasgravius.
Okay, so it's time to start exploring how archaic and jank this is. Pardon me if I have a little bit of hard time grabbing things because I'm used to playing on PC and that gives you better range of motion. So if you played Oblivion or Skyrim, you know that there are lock-picking minigames, or they at least exist. Whatever you think about them. Options. Okay. Okay. So here's how lockpicking works in Morrowind. You just stab... You stab the thing you're trying to unlock over and over again. So these release identification papers, they're important because while you have them in your inventory, you can't get arrested. I'm going to show you this. This is a trick that everybody... This is one of the early tricks that everybody learns in the game. You keep picking this, and he'll just keep letting you go. He won't even take the lockpick, so you could just...
You've stolen from the last time.
And we wait for him to go away a little bit. We take this. We drop the platter. Goodbye. And we can pick this back up, and he doesn't realize it's stolen. Because it was in our inventory. That's amazing. There's a bunch of stuff you can pick up here that you don't need. It's not a glitch, it's programmed into the game. I have not seen The Boys, I don't watch that show. Okay, we got our map. We take the engraved ring of healing. You have to do that or it won't let you through.
Your papers, please.
That's a different game, we're not playing it today. So he takes the paper, and he tells you the duties. We have to go to this guy called Caius in Balmora. Thank you. That is $20 for Plants vs. Zombies. I will add it. I will put it on my little thing here. The Boys is a TV show. So duties. I have to take a package to Caius Casades. Okay, so this is the package. As you can see, it's all coded and we can't read it. But it actually is a code that you could spend time decoding. Like if you know the cipher, you can actually decode this yourself. There's a lot of world building effort that went into this game, like super intensely. Okay, we're out of... Yeah, I'm gonna save before anything goes horribly, horribly wrong. Okay. There we go. Fargots is another meme here. He wants a stupid ring. So, yeah, here, take the ring. And he likes you, and by doing this, you get a discount at the store. So, talk to this guy. We go to our own inventory, and we could sell the limeware platter. Let's see. Okay. You could barter a little bit, trying to get a little bit extra money. If they refuse your offer, they like you less, though. Okay. Now it's an RPG. We have to buy equipment. Let's see. We want one of these, trust me. Let's see. Some armor is always decent. Let's see. Arrows and a bow. Let's see. We want one of these, yes. A second lockpick is always good. And there we go, yay. Okay. Alright. Now, my highest weapon skill, let's see, is obviously Longblade. But you might be able to tell, I didn't buy a Longblade, because we're going to be able to get one of those for free. And let's keep walking.
What's this about?
This game has so many weird, memorable set pieces, and you're about to see one of my favorite moments in the entire game. We just gotta walk out of town a bit. This is a beautiful swamp. And you keep on walking. And you're walking through the swamp. And we're walking through the swamp. Stay away from the fence posts if you're playing on Xbox, because you could get stuck on them. There's a book here. And a dude just falls from the fucking sky. This is Tariel. He has a sword and a fur hat. And a journal. I believe I may have found the correct formula for the spell I'm developing. With it, I will be able to travel great distances without the need to pay others for the service. If all goes well, I will test out the new spell tomorrow. Yeah, I don't think it went well. So, if you're like me, you're probably very, very curious as to what this thing did. So, we got a spammer. You guys want to see what the scroll does? You want to see what the scroll does? You want to see what the scroll does? Because I'm going to show you what the scroll does. We go flying! Flying so far, so fast, the game needs to load several times. And you go, and you go, and sometimes you get lucky and you land in the water. Most of the time you don't and you hit a rock. Let's see. We flew from here all the way to here. We actually want to keep those because they're useful for something later. But that is an intentional beginner's trap, because when you first play the game, you usually cast the spell and just jump as far as you can, and you just go. I like The Simpsons more than Family Guy. Let's see. Yeah, the scrolls... Okay, yeah, this game is going to take us a while, but if you really, really know what the fuck you're doing, you could beat this game in under 10 minutes. I'm not going to do that, but, let's see. I got a hat now, and I got a sword now. Okay. Okay, so we're going to be doing a few other things before we get out of the swamp. So... one of the cool things you could do as a Redguard is the Adrenaline Rush spell. This makes you go even faster, hit even harder, and basically makes you really, really tough. There's a caveat to using this ability. The Adrenaline Rush spell fortifies health. Fortifies health is one of the worst spells in the game, one of the worst effects in the game. Because it does what it says. Thank you for the donation. This is more... well, yeah. I mean, sure. So, Fortify Health. It does what it says. It adds 25 hit points to your health. The problem is, when the spell wears off, you lose those hit points. So, if my hit points go under 25 when the spell ends, I will immediately die. Which is not convenient. And yes, thank you for the donation. This is more of a tutorial. Like, a lot of people have a hard time getting through the archaicness of the game, and I do want more people to enjoy it. You can pick random ingredients, by the way. That's not one we actually need, but yeah. So we want to go this way, and collect some mushrooms along the way. We want a Violet Canorpus. I'm going to pronounce everything wrong in this game, by the way. Morrowind has a huge modding scene, if you know how to do it. And I would recommend going all out with the mods. Luminous Russula, we need that one. Oh, we need the 2 bracket fungus, too. Okay, so you want to go into this tomb here, right? Whenever you do go in a tomb, you always do want to save. This is an old school RPG, and it will kill you if you're not prepared. Like, I just lost my effect, so... I don't have any torches. Can I turn on the... can I turn up the brightness? Voice, that's audio. Controls, preferences... No, I can't turn up brightness, okay. For the sake of streaming and stuff, I'll try to find torches. So we need this. Yeah, it's easy to like and dislike. If you grew up with the game, you're probably gonna love it. Like, this game did for me what Grand Theft Auto 3 did for a lot of people. It's the first game that really let you experience an open world at your leisure. Also, yeah, there is a point that I wanted to make. So, you saw how quick it took me to get through the tutorial area? It takes you like 10 minutes, right? And then you're able to go literally anywhere in the world that you want. 10 minutes of learning how to do the controls, then you can go anywhere. It tells you where to go. We have to go here. This is the place they recommend. But we literally don't have to do that. We can go anywhere. In my opinion, more games should be like this. All Bethesda games should be like this. I cannot fucking stand the beginnings of Oblivion, Fallout 3, and especially Skyrim. Because they take hours and hours. In games like this, their beginnings should be as small as possible because their gameplay emphasizes experimentation. Thank you for the donation. Maybe. That sounds like an interesting project. Yeah, 2 hours in Skyrim. Like, Morrowind is programmed in a way that wants you to try and play the game 1,000 different ways because you literally cannot do everything in a playthrough with one character. It is literally impossible. Joining some guilds, for example, will make it impossible to join others. And Oblivion and future Bethesda games are still designed with that game theory, but their stories and beginnings do not accommodate that. I don't know if, like, moving around changes it. That is empty. So, in this urn here, I'm going to be revealing some lore. I have a lot of knowledge about this game. So, if you try to open this, you're going to die because it's trapped. So, let's disarm the trap first. I don't know if, like, moving around changes the roll, or you just got to keep stabbing it. Okay. So in here, you got the Mentor's Ring, which is a super powerful, useful item, especially if you're a mage. Willpower is great for anyone because it makes you more resistant to magic. And we also have the key to the chest, which is empty. But the ashes of Lord Bryony. Lord Bryony isn't in the game. They're not actually a character. Lord Bryony was actually somebody who was on the Elder Scrolls forums before the game came out. And I actually believe that they died before the game came out, and Lord Bryony was there to basically memorialize them. And there are 2 other items in the game that memorialize forum goers. I don't know if we're going to find the other ones. Lord Bryony's is the easiest to find. Let's see. Okay, that's... There we go. Yep. Okay, I'm using a 360 controller, so I gotta remember which buttons are the black and white. So, before we return to Sedyanin, we have to go this way. Stay out of the water if you can avoid it. Trust me on that one, you do not want to go in the water. Yeah, quick start mods are definitely really popular for other Bethesda games. Morrowind absolutely does not need it. You create the character and you go. Okay. Haifa and Bungler's Bane. Okay, we got them all. There are no horses in Morrowind. Horses were added in Oblivion. Which is sad. Horses are definitely one of the better additions in Oblivion. Let's see. What's in here? Large chest. You do need a silver weapon or a magic weapon to attack undead enemies like the ghosts we fought in the tomb. So we're going to go in here, to the shipwreck. Thank you for the donation. I do want to see Sheep Detectives. I really, really do. And that's 20 for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Okay. It seems like a really, really good, funny movie. Anyway, we go into here with this poor unfortunate soul, and we take the diamonds! Oh, yep. I just almost got stuck. That happens a lot on the PC version. Not the PC version, the Xbox version. Sometimes you could jiggle yourself out of there. Sometimes you can't. So once again, do not play the Xbox version if you can avoid it. I cannot emphasize that enough. What are some Disney canon movies people like, but you don't like? Both the Rescuers films are god-awful. I don't like Aristocats, which some people are defending these days. Thank you for the donation. I don't usually use the Mud Crab Merchant. Creeper is far more convenient. Okay, that's the slaughterfish. People complain about cliff racers a lot. No, it's slaughterfish. Slaughterfish are the most annoying things in the game. People just don't complain about it because it's fairly easy to avoid water. But every time you go in water, you're going to be attacked by 4 or 5 fish. I will also say, in this game, we're just getting some starting stuff. We're not going to be actually making much in-game progress in the main story. This playthrough is over when I do finish the main story. But right now, I'm gathering some stuff to make that as convenient as possible. Fight the worm! As you can see, right now my stamina is nothing, so I'm doing pitiful damage. You want to keep that green bar as high as it can go. Also, these guys here, the scribs, they don't do anything if you leave them alone. Anyway, you go here, there's a dead guy. Your journal has been updated. There's a tax record. We need that. We gotta take the money. We're gonna take the clothes, and so I don't have to wear prisoner's clothes anymore. You can wear the old stuff too. There we go. Nothing like desecrating a corpse. I'm just showing them some starting stuff in the game. There we go. Anyway, we just found the corpse of a tax collector. Let's go. That will start off a mini quest, a side quest, and we're gonna do that.
You have something to say.
Make it quick, Outlander.
Any time now.
How do economics do? I don't know.
To what do I owe the honor, Red Guard?
So, some doors you can unlock without getting in trouble, and this is one of them. So you can unlock these gates without any trouble. And I'm pretty sure you can do that at the lowest skill level possible. Also, you have to equip them in your weapon slot, lockpicks, to use them. I don't remember who the specific donator was. Okay, so it's time to show you guys a minor glitch. So you can talk to this guy, and we could say that the guy was murdered. If you tell him that there was money the quest continues. If you tell them there's nothing, the quest is supposed to end. But I'm going to tell them there's nothing, so we can keep the 200 gold we found. And right now, I'm going to show you guys a glitch. I'm sorry to hear that, NASCAR fanatic. So the collision of this wall here is a little bit jank, even on Xbox. So if you keep jumping through there, you can jump through the wall. Now, here's a fun little tidbit. You can get through that wall before giving the papers to the guy in here. And if you jump through the wall and you keep those papers on your inventory at all times, you can't get in trouble for breaking the law.
Greetings and salutations.
So, anyway. This guy here. This guy here. He killed the tax collector, and even if you say that the money wasn't there, you could still talk to him, and you could accuse him. And you say this, and he will attack you. He's supposed to attack me. Ow. Can we please stop talking about death? It's getting a little sad. I'm sorry to hear all these people died. Anyway, we kill him. And we take the ring, that's important. There are skill books in the game. You can find them. Boost up your skills. I'm gonna sleep in this guy's bed until morning. Okay. What doth life? I don't know. I have not played any of the Far Cry games. So you go in here and you can give the ring to this person. And if you do that, you get some health potions, which are useful enough. I do like the Wayside theme. That's a pretty good one.
Let's hear it.
And now that we took care of the murderer by murdering them, we can go back to the census office here, and we could tell them what we did. And he will give you 500 gold. Even though I'm not supposed to have it at all. Because if you tell him the money is not there, it's supposed to end the quest. I haven't seen the Horton Hears Who.
Your
movie.
papers, please.
No spams. They got a very low tolerance for them today. Let's overwrite. Yeah. Okay. Why do you hate Indigo Prophecy? Because Indigo Prophecy is horrible. I am not playing with mods. Thank you for the donation. I have not played Oblivion Remastered. I don't remember every single name that was on the list.
You have something to say to me?
So, let's go here. This is the first starting dungeon. Across the land there are tombs and out-of-pocket little areas that have a bunch of enemies in them. They are almost always filled with enemies. But this one's a good training place. I also said I was going to get torches. Because I don't know how well you could see any of this on stream. Let's go get some torches. Unlike in Oblivion or Skyrim, stores don't close at night. Time has very little effect on the actual overall world. Some things only happen at a nighttime hour, like Fargoth here, he takes out a torch at night. But otherwise, day and night, it's all the same. Let's see. Do you not have any light at all? How do you not have lights? Okay, you know what? I know where to get lights. Okay, I'm going to get some lights. We're gonna fucking... the census office doesn't need lights, okay? There we go. I have lights. How do you remember... I got this for my birthday when I was like 11 or 12. Okay. So with that being said, we now got a light. Lights will burn out over time. And rest can be interrupted if you sleep outside of a town. So anyway, we're gonna go inside. This power only works once a day. So that's why I rested. I believe a day in Morrowind is 24 minutes in real time. That's usually how games did it. And these enemies here are pretty tough. So we got a slave key. So I guess that's the next point. Morrowind has a very adult story and worlds with a lot of adult themes. Not like nudity and stuff, but like there is slavery in this world. And the different races in the game don't exactly get along. And this hole here is a smuggler's hideout. Smuggler's hideouts usually have moon sugar. Moon sugar is illegal in the game because it is a drug, or it's used to manufacture a drug. If you have... Okay, like skooma here. We're going to take some of this for now, and I'm going to show you something later. The name Pineapple will become apparent in time. Oh yeah, the graphics here are outdated to all hell and back, but the aesthetics are amazing. Especially when you have, like, glowy things in a dark cavern. So we'll use slave key to open this. And we can free the slaves here.
Good friend.
There's a quest to, like, free a bunch of slaves in the game. There's plenty of hidden stuff. If you know how and where to find and look for it. Let's see, take some of that. Ooh, what's the scroll? Okay, that might be useful. Doop. It's a key! It's the same key we already have! One key can be used infinite amounts of time. So we can go back here. If you go in water with a torch or whatever, it'll instantly be put out, so. Luckily it's more visible underwater. It's easier to see. Okay. Do. That's a rat. I hope it is. I hope it's invigorating. There's a nice little ring here. Cast when used is not very valuable, but it's a nice little thing to have. It might come in handy. We're gonna be picking up all kinds of weird little things. This whole little nook here is a secret within a secret. And this takes us back to the start. Loops around nicely. Yeah, this is how I played it growing up too. Let's see here. And you can rest and heal, and generally speaking, in these caves, mobs don't interrupt your rest. Okay. I love the nighttime skyboxes in this game. They're really, really cool. It's a little bit cloudy today, so it's not the best one. But I do want you guys to be able to see what I am doing, so I'll try to keep it daytime as much as possible. Even though the draw distance also has a lot to be desired. I'm not finishing every game in my lifetime. I know that wholeheartedly. So, what we're going to do now is get one of the most fucking broken items in the game that's going to be invaluable for beating the game. There are Discord messages. Let me see. Okay. So, let's go get... We want to go here, actually. Also, if you're wondering what the background is behind the game, that is the map of Morrowind. Every copy of the game that you got, even on Xbox, came with this map. Morrowind and Oblivion, I think, were one of the last games to do that. You know, give you extra stuff with the game beyond the manual. It is nighttime again. Okay. And you have to understand how much people love this game. Like, if you look for it, I don't know the exact URL to it. Online, there is a map that is basically a Google map of all of Morrowind, where they took this map and they allow you to zoom down all the way in to every little locality. What is your question, David? Will you do a ranking video on... No, I will not do that. Red Dead Redemption 1? I haven't seen that. I haven't played that one yet. Anyway, so to find this specific item, you start in Nisis, and you go up to Kuel. Once again, I am probably pronouncing everything in this game incorrectly. Let's see here. Well, we want to do this. The expansions are definitely pretty good. It's just, I really, really do not like how Tribunal gets you into the main quest. Like, if you want to start the Blood Moon stuff, you just go up to this island. I'm not going to tell you guys how Tribunal starts, because we're gonna see it in real time anyway, at the most inconvenient times. So on this road here, follow it to Kual. I was not expecting to hate Monsters vs. Aliens as much as I did. I didn't expect it to go toe-to-toe with Shark Tale as how bad it actually was. Let's see, I think we gotta go this way. Not much. I'm just telling everybody about the game, how to start it without getting screwed over. We're not doing much actual quest stuff today. Just showing you the ins and outs of how the game works. And getting the stuff that we need to make it more bearable. That's probably the worst terminology I could have used, but it is an archaic game. It is glued together with scotch tape at parts. Nisus is the place I just was at. Let's see here. We gotta go to the lake. Yes, the lake. Douglas McDougal has issues. Where does Douglas McDougal come from? Depends what you mean by that. Hello, Maddie! I have found it! This is the place! This is the place. Okay. Rest, let's rest. Save. Okay. You'd be surprised what I can vibe with. So this woman here, she will ask you to find a ring in the pond. I dropped my ring in the pond and I can't seem to find it. I think it must have rolled down at this pool here, but I can't go in to get it because I'm expected in Nisus shortly. As you can see, I'm a private dancer and I can't very well smell like icky muck water, now can I? Would you please get it for me? The water's not very deep and I'd be very grateful and in your debt. Yeah, sure. It would be my pleasure to do that. There's no showers in this game. Everyone smells like medieval shit. Anyway, you can see this guy here. Sort of. This ghostly guy. Leave me alone, Outlander. So, you can find the ring. There is a ring down there. It's kind of hard to see, though. You get it. These two attack you because they're fucking bandits. This is actually a challenging fight. So we are going to be a little bit preemptive here. Take one out. And, oh cool. Oh cool, I did it before Ghost Guy here realized what was going on. We do not want to take too much damage while I'm using Adrenaline Rush. There we go. Okay, I can take a hit of 25. Perfect. This right here. This is the most overpowered thing in, like, any game ever. The Amulet of Shadows. Like, if you're having trouble with this game in any kind of variety at all, this item here, oh my god, it is so broken. Chameleon 80% for a minute. So, invisibility. Invisibility makes you, well, invisible. Enemies can't see you, but invisibility ends if you do something like cast a spell or attack or anything like that. Chameleon is invisibility squared. You put on Chameleon, and you can do anything while basically staying invisibility. And while it says only 80%, 80% is enough in most cases. Like, see that see that thing there at the bottom left next to my weapon? This means that nobody can see me when I'm sneaking around. If there was something around, it would disappear. So we'll keep that of note. I need to rest. Heal. There we go. Save. This is gonna make beating the game so much smoother. I will tell you that right now. This is our lifeline. Anyway, we're gonna use one of these. I bought this at the store at the start. This will take us to the nearest temple. You have no proof that I did what I did. Anyway, we're back in Nisus. Yay. Anyway, let's head to Balmora, the place that I was supposed to be. If I don't get stuck on the floor. Travel. Okay. You gotta go to Sedyanin first.
Why walk when you can ride?
I don't know if any movie became so bad it's good after hating it the first time. I love some of this concept art, by the way. You don't see these enemies until much later in the game, though.
Just for you. Same low price.
Oh no! Yeah, but you're not gonna tell the authorities in Morrowind. They can't see you. Welcome to Balmora, one of the greatest cities in the game. So anyway, let's go to the store, shall we? Let's try to buy something. Oh, he's not gonna buy skooma. You see, in this game, skooma and the ingredient used to make it, moon sugar, they're illegal. They're contraband. It's illegal to have them in the game.
Go ahead.
I'm just broadcasting all of my crimes today. I like some of One Direction songs. However, if you do want to get rid of your skooma and moon sugar without, getting rid of it, you can sell them to any Khajiit in the game. Khajiit, specifically, will buy skooma and moon sugar. I am doing awesome. That is a stereotype, Kendra. Anyway, let's go to the Thieves Guild. In this game, you can join both the Thieves Guild and the Fighters Guild, but you have to join the Thieves Guild first, because if you join the Fighters Guild first, the Thieves Guild will not let you join. So is it you?
This better be important.
No, it's you. Yes, join the Thieves Guild. Yeah, let me in. Okay, so immediately he wants a diamond. He wants you to steal a diamond from the alchemist, but we already picked up a diamond on the boat. And now we have an invisibility potion we don't need. So, Skyrim and Oblivion's shopkeepers work a little bit of a different way. I'm going to show you something really, really stupid. So, starting with Oblivion, if you steal something in the game is marking it as stolen, and you need to give it to a specific fence shop to get rid of it. Here, you could sell just about anything to anyone. Like, let me go up here, and we'll go... I have played a little bit of Geometry Dash. We'll go up here, and I'll show you more crimes. In this guy's home, I don't know, we're gonna steal his pillow. The guy doesn't need a pillow anymore. And if I did this in Oblivion, I'd have to sell it to a specific Thieves Guild shop. Here, you could just fucking take the pillow, and you can just sell it to this dude here. Yeah, he takes the pillow. Now, how the game reacts when you steal stuff in this one is different. So we're gonna take a reverse pillow here. We saw that he bought pillows, right? So we go downstairs and we'll try to sell him his own pillow. Okay, I can sell him his pillow. That's weird. What's supposed to happen is that they're not supposed to accept it. I didn't know you could do that. Okay, this guy is a moron. I could sell his own stolen shit to him. I didn't know that happened with the Khajiits too. Hello. We also want to join the Mages Guild.
What makes this smell?
Adventure Time required me to watch the most episodes.
Dirt everywhere.
This is the wrong one. The Mages Guild. We want to go to the Mages Guild. I want to join the Mages Guild, yes. So what I thought happens if you steal a pillow from a shopkeeper, it flags every single pillow in the game as stolen from them. Okay, so you want the mushrooms. Here's the mushrooms that I took at the beginning of the game. Yay! Okay, so bet with Glabradil. Okay, fake soul gem. This guy's got a rival with another mage. And when the mage comes down, we're supposed to put a soul gem up here. And I'm going to do what literally every single person ever has done. We take this, we put in the fake soul gem, and we take all of their shit. All of it. All of it. All of it. You'll never be able to enchant with this person ever again because they will think all of your soul gems are stolen. But that is okay. Now we have lots and lots of values. I don't know anyone who hasn't done this because the opportunity is just right there. I love yapping about this game, absolutely. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna save. I have no idea why my Xbox emulator thinks it's midnight, but okay. So, as you've noticed, this stuff here is quite expensive. And we don't know any shopkeeper, or we haven't seen any shopkeeper yet that can buy any of this stuff. Like 2,800? Who has that much money? I will show you. Travel to Caldera.
Go ahead, stranger.
Welcome to a different city.
What do you want?
We'll probably be talking about the lore as we go on. This is an imperial city. As you can see, it has more traditional medieval designs than Balmora had. So there are two shopkeepers in the game that will buy your shit for 100% of its value. Which means this skill here, Mercantile, it is useless. It is 100% useless. There is no reason ever to get anything Mercantile. And Speechcraft's not far behind. And that's what? 2 of the 3 skills that require personality? The other one being illusion. personality is like the worst. Unless you really fucking abuse it.
Say your business.
You can read books without stealing them and gain their value. Unarmored is terrible. Hand-to-hand is awful. There are a good deal of skills here that are useless in one way or another. Let me go through them, actually, and show you guys which ones I would not recommend. I would obviously recommend everything that I did pick. We'll see the value of these 10 as they go along. Hand-to-hand, don't ever take it. It is stupidly pointless. You have to knock someone out of their fatigue before you actually start doing damage. Speechcraft is bad. You very, very rarely have to speechcraft to anyone in this game to get anything. There are a couple of side quests where having speechcraft is very useful, but they're avoidable and they're not useful in the main quest. Mercantile, as I just stated, was useless. Acrobatics is useless until it's, like, broken. I wouldn't recommend it unless you're doing something very specific. Light armor is alright. Unarmored, no, don't ever use it. Conjuration is the worst of the spell classes. I've never used Conjuration once. I'm sure somebody can make it work. I'm not one of those people. Illusion... Yeah, I will say Illusion has some good effects. Chameleon is one of them, but we already have the Amulet of Shadows. Destruction is super useful. Enchant. This is useless. This is absolutely useless. Never pick it. If you want to enchant anything, go to a store. Athletics as a skill is also useless. If you want to level up quickly, you can take Athletics. Spear is the least useful of the weapons classes. There aren't too many useful spears in the game. Axes are alright, but both blunt and longsword is better. Heavy armor, yeah, I can see you going with that. Block is also useless because block works when it wants to in this game. If you're carrying a shield, you cannot control when you block. And armor is also pretty damn useless. Go to a store for that. So, this guy here, he will buy everything for you for 100% of its value. So you sell that, you sell that, you sell that, you sell that, you sell these two, and look at that. We got 4,800. But you'll also notice that he only has so much gold. So, we're going to do a rather tedious process here to sell all of our shit. You ready to do some math? If you can also buy things at 100% of their value from him. So, you see, I want to sell this Greater Soul Gem, but he only has 5,000 in his inventory. So what I could do is I could buy this, and now he has 6,200. Now I can sell this, which costs 6,000, and he'll be left with 200 more. And then we can rest because his gold resets at every single day, and I can sell this and the other ones that I don't need. We can math it and get rid of this one, but I think I'll keep that on me for now because I don't want to bog you guys down. He doesn't buy ingredients, though, so you're kind of shit out of luck with those. And there we go. Now we got a decent chunk of gold on our side here. Do you have any... I have never played Daggerfall. It's on the list because I'm curious about it, though. Anyway, we gotta go back to Balmora. And I'm gonna show you guys one of the best parts of Morrowind. Oh yeah, I don't think I've ever been a vampire in Morrowind. It's kind of tricky to get to be one, actually, in this game.
Yes, friend.
What's Daggerfall? Daggerfall is the Elder Scrolls II, Morrowind is the Elder Scrolls III, and Skyrim is the Elder Scrolls V.
Yes.
I don't know who Steve Reviews is. Okay, not training spells. Do you have it? Do you have it?
You have something to say to me?
No, spells. I don't know if any of these guys have the spell I'm looking for. We'll actually probably want that one. Oh, yes, you have it. You have Levitate.
If I can help, I will, but don't take too much time.
Yeah, like I said, we're not making too much progress today. I'm just getting the basic stuff we need out of the way to start the game properly. But next time, we will absolutely go and do story shit. I still like Oblivion. I don't know the changes they made in the remake, but Skyrim, Oblivion has its fun moments, absolutely. Especially if you want, like, traditional, classic Tolkien-type fantasy. Okay, so for some reason, one of these guys has Mark and the other one has Recall. I also want you. Okay, Mark and Recall. Absolutely get these spells. These are the reason you want mysticism. I'm going to be dead honest. Oblivion side quests are really cool, especially the painting one. I'll see what I can do when I'm not occupied. Yeah. And especially if you go against my advice and you are playing on the Xbox, you need Mark and Recall or you're going to get stuck on fence posts at least once. Okay. This is another one of those doors where you can unlock without getting into trouble. You know, if you can unlock it. We're gonna be, This is my favorite lockpicking minigame of all time. Just keep fucking stabbing the door with a lockpick. Oblivion and Skyrim's lockpicking minigames are absolutely improved from this. This is stupid. Yay! It opened! We're in another place with another dead guy. Raylan Leilu. So, once again, we're gonna take the clothes, and we're gonna give the dead guy the old shit that we don't want. I want to wear this, actually. And if you're wondering, yes, believe it or not, there is actually a reason to do this. People react differently depending on what you're wearing. I don't know if it gives an actual boost to personality, but wearing better clothes does make people more receptive to you. So anyway... the game is very beautiful. So up here, there's another pillow. Where's the key? There's supposed to be a key. Ah, there's the key. On Xbox, it's gonna be a little bit hard to pick up fine things because the cursor's moving as shit. Oh yeah, Morrowind's soundtrack is one of Jeremy Soul's best. Okay, so Mark. Oh, cool, it worked the first time. I'm gonna show you what it does. We go down here. If it works. Boom. You can mark a spot and teleport it to it from anywhere in the game. This alone is a reason enough to have mysticism. Mysticism does a few other things, but this is generally what you want it for. I can't use levitate because I don't have enough magic. Perfect. Magic Railroad.
Okay, I'm listening.
I haven't seen Atomic Betty since I was a kid, and I remember very little about it. Okay, 2 of the alchemists. You're supposed to go in here and this is where they want you to get the diamonds, but you don't need to.
Those less fortunate than myself.
Okay, fortify luck, brandy, disease resistance, invisibility, potion of swift swim, night eye, personality, magicka, willpower, cure. I'll probably want that, just in case. Okay, so potions of levitation are actually quite difficult to get. Good to know.
I'm a busy guy, so if you could hurry this up.
Alright. There is one more cool little thing at the start that I want to show you guys. Yeah, I haven't noticed any difference between playing this game and playing on an actual Xbox with the original Morrowind. However, I will say, I hear it has more issues with specific games. Usually the games that are still specific to Xbox, like Blink's the Time Sweeper. That has bad frame drops in certain areas. Okay. Why am I getting cloudy nights every single night? Now, I want you guys to see a decent skybox. Let's... And now it's raining. Oh my god. Is it just cloudy season? There's things in the sky I want to show people. Yes, the clouds. That's what I want to show people. It's one of the first games I played with a day and night cycle and randomly generated weather. There we go. It's still a little overcast, but as you can see, there are scattered bits of stars. But look right there. At the beginning, you could pick a birth sign, but the stars are all actually... They're actually constellations that you can see in the game. That's the Warrior, if I'm not mistaken. Does Morrowind take place in meme state? I don't know. I see. Detect creature is useless. Let's...
What was that?
Okay, onward to Sadrith Mora.
Yes.
For the first few months that I played this game, that's basically like all I did at the start was just travel from town to town and just basically sightsee. And even doing that, you got into some really crazy adventures. The main quest will take us through like just about every single town in the game. There are a few I think you miss, but you do get to see most of them. Seeing is subjective. Okay. Thoughts on the new show? Hey, I don't know what you're referring to. I really don't. That's an emoticon. You have to look that one up. It's hard to describe an emotion. I like the Spyro skyboxes. Anyway, it's time to go through some fucking water. Oh, hey, is a cartoon being made by Toonrific. Okay, I didn't know that. This is the first time I'm hearing about it, so... Do you know about Wario's Woods? Yes, I do. Anyway, let's go through the water. Game that has the worst aesthetic. Bubsy 3D's aesthetic's pretty god-awful. Let's speed things up. Best indie cartoon. The one I have most experience with is Eddsworld. Who's my favorite video game character? I'd actually have to think about that. There's quite a few good ones that we'll be experiencing as we go along. Also, a nice little touch. In this game, you can literally dive for pearls. And these scallops, you can sometimes find them. I am being attacked by a fish. I hate the fish. Ow. Yeah, that's a good approximation of what emoticon means. Your daily abilities work quote-unquote once a day, but you actually have to rest 25 hours to make them work. Water walking is a spell in the game under alteration. I should probably consider investing in that at some point. It sounds useless, but slaughterfish are fucking annoying. Okay, I want to go this way, yes. Yeah, fish. TDL. I don't know how to TLDR this game. It's an open world RPG. You could do a lot in it. Okay, yeah. We'll probably be doing a lot of walking in this game, I'm going to tell you that now. This game requires a lot of travel. I'll try to use fast travel when and where I can, but that's not always a possibility. At the very least, we are officially in the Grayslands region, which this is not one of the best sites, but as we get into it, the Grazelands is going to look better than most of the other places in the game, because it's actually got greenery. Yay! We're on shore! We're here! Sort of. Okay. If you actually did this adventure in real life. If I walked 2 miles in real life, I'd be exhausted. There are some bandits that way. I have to go around them. But welcome to the Grazelands region, the place with green. Lots and lots of green. So, one of the most interesting things about Morrowind is that you could be playing this game, like, religiously for years, and still completely stumble upon random new things. Like, the Amulet of Shadows that I'm wearing now, it's something that I didn't look up. I actually found it randomly. Just walking from town to town once upon a time. And that's the same deal of the next thing I'm going to show you. You don't know what facepalm means? Oh, yeah. Morrowind lets you do literally anything. With some very few caveats. Look at this fortress. We're not going inside the fortress, but it's pretty cool. We'll see a few of these scattered around. Fallen Serrano. Yeah, actually, you can literally kill anyone in the game. Skyrim and Oblivion will have some people that will never be able to be killed. I'm going to show you guys how broken the Amulet of Shadows is before I do anything else. So yeah, in Skyrim and Oblivion, there are people you cannot kill. Morrowind doesn't have that. It'll let you know if you fucked yourself over, but generally speaking, it will tell you, it will let you do it. It will let you kill them. So anyway, because I have the Amulet of Shadows, these idiots cannot see me. You just basically kill people without their friends noticing. And when they do notice, their accuracy is shit. Oh, God. He hits hard, though. Oh, my God. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, this is a game where you do not want to fuck around because, you will die and it will not be pleasant. Okay. Oh, I didn't know the Xbox emulator actually let your controller vibrate. Okay, what the hell does this do? Yeah, I'm taking your damn sword, sir. I'm going to be using mostly warrior with some magic stuff on the side. Yeah, he fell into the fire. How sad. That's what bandits get. I'm going to be abusing the mechanics in this game wherever I can, because this game will absolutely abuse you if you let it. Spell Sword is probably the best way to play, yes. Okay. We have got to where I wanted to go. This place here. This place here. Masama Cave. It is here on the world map. Just next to Fallen Serrano. This has what we want. I hear the attack music, but I don't think that matters. I prefer Futurama, usually. In we go! So, this place here is an abandoned glass mine. In this game, for some reason, glass is a precious metal that you can find underground. And each piece of it is worth 200. Every single one weighs 2 pounds. And the funny thing is, you can eat it. You can eat raw glass in this game, and it doesn't kill you. So what you can do here is just fill up on inventory. There are other glass mines in the game, but they have like guards because they're owned by people. Glass weapons are a thing in the game, weapons of armor. Lightweight and usually very strong. The only thing that you have to worry about in here is rats. I should also invest in some Night Eye. Glass. But if you're struggling for money at the start of the game, this is a good place to do it. You can't sell any of this to Creeper because he doesn't buy ingredients. But if you do want to, I don't know, not use Creeper, I would recommend coming here. How long have we been going on? 1:30. Because I think I've got enough money via other means, we're not going to be spending much time here. So I'm going to use Recall and get the hell out of here.
You want something?
Yes, I want to sell you the glass. I have to do this like 10 at a time, I think. 9 at a time. There we go. Okay, before we're done here, I am going to show you guys one of the most broken mimetic things about the game. Like, I'm not going to be using glitches and stuff to beat the game or anything like that, but I will show you some of the more interesting things about the game that, why Bethesda usually gets away with putting glitches in their game. You know, it's a common joke these days where Bethesda games are buggy, and everyone just lets them be okay. They're okay with that. What you don't know is that the glitches in the game used to be in the player's favor. By such a wide fucking margin, it's not even funny. So, on PC, if you play Morrowind or any PC game from this era, you can use console commands to jack up your stats as high as you'd like. We are playing on console. Console does not have console commands, sort of. But you can still get all of the fun of console commands. We just need 2 spells. And that's what we'll be doing for the rest of this playthrough. I need 2 little things. If I could just find it. We need Soul Trap.
So what's this regarding?
And where is my Adrenaline Rush? There's a spell I need to pick up elsewhere.
I really don't have time for this, so make it quick.
If your personality is low, people will be rude to hell at you. So right now, like, we're not doing any progress thing here. I've made a save that that I'm going to go back to. Right now, we're having fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
Summoned by another.
The Xbox version does not have cheat codes. No, it has glitches that also exist in the PC version, but you don't need them in the PC version because the PC version has console commands.
Where would you like to go?
I will tell you later. We need to get a spell. Doop, 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 doop. We go to O'Reilly's place, and we will get... spells. We want this one. Jack of Trades, and I'll explain why in a bit. Okay, we gotta get back to Balmora. Actually, because I have it, Potion of Recall.
Because it has no time for you.
If you are familiar with Morrowind, you know exactly what I'm about to do. So, we're gonna have some fun with spell making. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this so fucking much.
Go ahead.
You don't have spell making. You are the spell maker. So what you want is Fortify attribute. We're gonna start with Intelligence. We're gonna have Self. We're gonna, so I can actually cast it, we're gonna do 20 to 20. Make sure the duration is set to this. Don't move duration at all. Then we want to add Soul Trap on target for 2 seconds. And Magic 1, let's call it that. Let's Magic 1, I said. Yeah. Okay, this costs us 24 coins. It has only a 19% chance of working because our magic is so low. But that's fine. We can use the beds here, so buy that. Okay. So, my intelligence right now, it's 39, right? Gonna take Magic 1. Okay, so let's see if I can make it work. It barely costs anything, so we can just keep doing this until it works. This might take a little bit to get started. But once it does... Okay. My intelligence is 59. Now, let's wait a little bit. My intelligence is still 59 because the spell doesn't wear off. So we're going to do this a few more times. 79. 99. 100. Okay. Yeah, we also want willpower. So, spell making. Now we got some fortify attribute, willpower, self. Once again, we'll do 20 points. This bug exists on every version of Morrowind. Every single one. So we're gonna do Magic 2. Bye. Yay. Okay. So Magic 2. Oh yeah, alchemy is another way to do it. I'm not as familiar with that, but we'll show you that one later. It works. It never wears off, even after saving. So you start with intelligence and willpower, so you can cast the spell without failing it a jillion times. I still like the Cleveland Show theme song. Every time I cast the spell, my willpower goes up, and I'm able to cast the spell a whole lot more effectively without failing. As you can see in the bottom left corner, my spell gets more and more effective. That little red line below the spell is its chance of actually working. And right now, my willpower is 180. So, here's an interesting thing about Morrowind compared to Oblivion and Skyrim. Yes, in the PC versions of Oblivion and Skyrim, you can use console commands to basically make sure your skills are whatever. But Oblivion and Skyrim actually have hard caps. No matter what you can do, you can never boost a skill or attribute above 255. Morrowind has no hard cap. Ever. You could literally do this forever. And it will never, ever stop. And we can do this with all of our attributes. Spell making, fortify attributes, personality, self. Now we can actually jack this up to 100 because it has a 100% chance of working. Soul trap on target by 2. Yeah, if you hit a buffer overflow. I've never done that before. This is non-canon because it's a bug. With this, you can kill God. Okay. By this. So we use the Like Me spell. And we cast this a bajillion times. Oh yeah, Restoration is probably the best magical skill. At the very least, it's up there. And you just keep resting and resting and resting. Now, my personality is 1230. First I'm going to get the spell making, fortify attribute, speed, self, because I want to move around a little bit. We'll hit us with one of these first. Okay, soul trap on target, 2. In the game, I probably will be making spells, just not glitched ones. Yeah. Okay, now we can move around and mess around. Okay, so now I could show you guys the practical effects of having a personality of 1200. So you go here, right? And I don't know, let's take this this goblet, right? This pitiful little cup. Its value is 3. This guy, I'm gonna sell him my cup. And you know what I'm gonna do? I am going to ask him to sell it, to buy it from me for all of his money that he has available. Okay, my personality isn't good enough yet. He must like me more. See, he likes me 100%. So let's try that. And boom. He bought the stupid little cup that didn't even belong to me for all of his money. All of it. Now the last one we'll probably want. Let's see. And you can do this with virtually all 10 attributes. The last one we'll probably be doing it with is Strength. Spell making, fortify attribute, strength, self. Soul trap, target 2. Bye. Okay. Oh yeah, luck will basically boost everything all at once at a much slower rate. Okay, and probably want some more of this. And one more. Spell making. You can actually do more than one attribute at once, if you got the willpower for it. Okay, fortify attributes and endurance. Like, this is one of the major reasons I do love Oblivion. You could basically turn yourself into an unstoppable god because of how buggy the game can be is at times. Like, you do this. And I am getting, like, look at my fatigue. You can also do with Fortify Skills, but the Fortify Skill ability is actually very hard to find in the game. It's pretty damn rare. So we're gonna save over the meme save. Hello, Crimson. We're about to go on a killing spree. So the guards usually have give you a bit of trouble. I'm going to resist arrest. Yeah, sorry about that, dude. I do believe there are fortify abilities in the game. In the base game, it's just, like I said, really rare. The expansion makes it easy. Also, I could show you guys levitation now. Yay! So, levitation does exactly as it sounds like. It lets you float and fly. And this was removed in Oblivion, and that is one of the things that hurts the most about Oblivion. I get why they did it, because each city is its own separate cell, whereas all of the outdoor of Morrowind is one continuous area. Like, it would take a loading screen to get from Oblivion, or from out here into the city, otherwise. And it allows them to be better optimized. But being able to just float like nothing is so... It's so wonderful, and it has so much possibility, especially if you have a bow.
May you find
Yeah, it's why you can't use Levitate in Tribunal. Nah, I'm not gonna do that, buddy. Because my agility is so high, he can't do shit. He can't hit me. Like, I really, really do wish that future Elder Scrolls games kept Levitate, because it is the most awesome spell in the game, and you don't usually get those in most RPGs because of the practicality of it. Anyway, you guys want to really break the game? So, speed. The thing about speed is the practicality of this. At some point, you're going to go so fast, the game literally cannot handle it. So every so often, I'll heal. Oh, yeah. We do have the expansions. I don't know if I'll be going to the places. So, if you are cheating like I am right now, I would recommend being very careful how high you boost speed. Because if you boost it too high, you're going to dick yourself over in the worst ways possible. This is an original engine. It's the Xbox version. The worst version I could be playing. I unfortunately have to play it this way for the sake of recording. Early 2000s games are so hard to get working, to get recording with modern recording software. Okay. I have a speed of almost 3,000. Let's have it not be sunrise. Let's go to the moon. And suddenly you're playing Gary's mod. You could just go. You just go. If you want to sightsee in the... The game legitimately can barely keep up. And you get a loading screen every, like, 2 seconds. And sometimes you just go... You sometimes leap so high. I don't have the acrobatics. That's the one thing that can still hurt me because that has nothing to do with, like, agility or endurance. That's solely acrobatics. And we're just... that's the ghost gig. We'll be dealing with that at some point in the future. Well, it's the ghost fence. Jumping around like Samurai Jack. You guys are getting to get to some sightseeing early. Yeah, Sonic's the fast thing. You got nothing on me, Sonic. No, you can't actually go to the moon, but you can go pretty damn far. And I just killed myself. It is very easy for that to happen in the game. That'll happen a lot. Wes will come on with me if the game requires it, if I can't multitask. This is a game I can play and talk to chat at the same time. Yeah, time to kill everyone! Yay! Your crime's been reported. Oh no.
How fare-thee, friend?
I'm not your friend. I just got kicked out of the Mages Guild. I have no idea why. So, next thing to show you guys, I guess. Pineapple's drunk. He's got things to do. So, this is the guy you're supposed to talk to continue the game. If this was Skyrim or Oblivion, you couldn't kill him because he would just be knocked out. In Morrowind,
Heard of your crimes. You should watch your step.
you could just knock him out, kill him completely. And the game will tell you, what the fuck, dude? It'll give you this message, meaning you can no longer complete the main story. And that's basically all you get. That is all you get. And you're free to play around in it. I understand, to an extent, why Skyrim and Oblivion doesn't let you kill everyone, because those NPCs move around a lot more, and there's a chance that they could get killed if they walk from, like, town to town. And that would be very, very unfortunate if a plot-relevant NPC did it. But still, I feel the lack of freedom is just... It hampers those games a lot. It makes them slightly disappointing. Obviously, we're not going to be completing this dead run. Right now, we're just messing around. Fun fact, though, there is a backdoor way of beating the game. I don't really know it too much. Surprised I'm not getting rid of everyone in one hit. But, yeah. I'll probably be doing a research into that at some point.
Are you the one I've heard talk about?
Yeah. Like, I understand why Oblivion and Skyrim do what they do. To a certain extent, I I wish they found a different way to complete the puzzle. This is basically Spell Sword. I'm playing a Red Guard. They're the easiest to play through the game as. Next time, we will actually be taking on the story. And we'll actually be making progress. Right now is just set up getting some important stuff that will be very, very valuable later. I should increase my acrobatics at some point. Yeah. But I don't want to spoil Vivek yet. You haven't missed any actual stuff because today is just preparation. Next time we begin the main story. Right now I'm just going on a murder spree. Just to show you guys the fun part of the game. Let's go, Vivek, though. I have never speedrun Morrowind. Don't patronize me! Yeah. And basically explaining a lot of stuff. I'm gonna be going on for like 10 more minutes. If you guys want to donate to the next game that we'll be playing after I beat Morrowind, now is a good time to do it.
Now you die!
Oh no! I've earned a death warrant! Let's see. I'm just doing the main quest. We're not doing the expansions this time. So, one thing that's strange, I don't know how intentional this is, but if you take these guys' armor, like any of the armor, and Ordinator's, Ordinator, whatever that word is, and you put on their armor, they will attack you if you haven't done anything. Like, just like that, they will just attack you. Oh yeah, the Morrowind main quest is going to be great, and I'm going to be gushing about that just as much as we go along.
You're mine.
Oh no. But I have another sword, don't I? Yeah, you... How many guards are there? Oblivion's main quest is kind of whatever. Oh, another thing that Morrowind is... One thing I like about Morrowind that I don't like in Oblivion. In Oblivion and beyond, magical items, when they lose their charge, you have to go out of your way to recharge them. Magical items in this game, they actually recharge on their own over time. So, the Amulet of Shadows that I picked up, I can basically use it infinitely because it is self-recharging. And I get why they did that, why they changed it in Oblivion and beyond. because of balance or whatever, but like at a certain point, balancing a game makes it worse. When you... I don't know. Thank you for the donation. I'll consider at least, Animal Farm. Like, making it so you need to go out of your way to recharge these magical items, yes, does make Oblivion and Skyrim more balanced, but it's a bad kind of balance. RPGs, to some extent, should let you feel super powerful. And honestly, it makes a lot of the treasures in those games just feel worthless. Well, this has been an experience. Also, fun fact, in this game, NPCs can't go through doors. Anyway, I think this is a good place to call it for today. We'll be going up and up as far as we can go. And I will see you guys next time. I told you, Morrowind doesn't have horses. They can't get revenge on you, which is why it's the best game in the series. And now the levitation is dead. We'll see how far we can fall. Yay, my acrobatic skill has increased. I love this game a lot, because you could just... I love this game a lot. I will see you guys next time.